Thompson outside, Davis. Poked away. Bible with the ball. Pass to MP. Inside. Henderson against Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 3. Here's MP. And it's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
And phenomenal movement in that pick and roll. Davis has a sense for where to move after setting that screen.
And so just over a minute and a half played. But right by Henderson. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Exum. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Good, another from 3.
And he's hit thousands of threes in this league.
Inching closer and closer to 5th place on the career triples list. On the wing, Walker. Walker is screen on Dinwiddie. The drive by MP.
Well, the defense tries to collapse on MP's drive, but he just refuses to back out.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for MP.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Dinwiddie passes to Lively. And here's Exum. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups. Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, Coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. Now, that's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Lively's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
MP, no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Walker with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Blazers on offense. Now, MP. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Pass to Walker. Back to MP. Walker's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The putback, Lively. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's good, 2 points. 6 points for MP.
A great sign for MP in his career. The ability to convert in traffic.
Thompson outside. Exum kicks to Davis. Pass to Thompson. There's the triple. Walker with the rebound. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Bible for 3. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
There's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Here's MP. He's got 6 to the paint and finished off by Walker.
Smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And so here is Dallas. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Dinwiddie sets the screen for Thompson. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Shot's good by Walker.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Thompson finds Exum. Now Davis. Guarded by Walker. Shot left block. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Exum. And it's 6 points for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Henderson passes to Walker. Dinwiddie against Williams. Henderson for 3. And Davis pulls it down. For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Dallas moving it around. Good on the triple. Thompson's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside Williams. It's Henderson on the wing. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Lively. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. And you look at Lively. Leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
And Portland making a change here. Klingen's checked in. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And that one's good by Henderson.
Well, Henderson utilizes the whole floor. He's just looking for the best shot he can get.
Dinwiddie against MP. Pass to Marshall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a look at Scoot Henderson here. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 4th and 3-point field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat, night in and night out.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. Simons against Thompson, and it's Simons missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Davis, and Davis throws it down hard.
Oh, my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis, who's his whole team with that explosiveness.
Simons on the wing, over Thompson. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Marshall. Back to Davis. Tries from 16. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaden Sharp in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Washington comes in for Davis, and it's Hardy in for Dinwiddie. Hardy passes to Washington. Now, here's Marshall. A drive by Thompson. Pass to Gafford. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. And it's Washington missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Dallas leading by 3. And here's Hardy. Thompson outside. Washington with a screen on Simon. Thompson misses. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Grant.
Taking advantage of an opening. Grant hammered that home.
The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Hardy passes to Gafford. For the 3. And that one's good. Hardy.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Outside Williams. Here's Simons. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Well, don't blink, or Simons will already have the shot off.
Pass to Washington. Thompson against Simons. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. Takes it inside. And the rejection by Gafford. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Here's Hardy. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
We've heard the stories about Sharp and how impressive his vertical is. Now we see it on full display.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Utah was all business. He scored 31 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for a different measure. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Grant with a screen on Washington. The drive by MP. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when Grant gets to the rim like that, you can't help but foul.
Portland may have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Martin's checked in for the Mavericks. Exum comes in for Hardy. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Exum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Washington. No good with the triple. Sharp the pass to MP. Flinging the screen for Williams. Buried from outside. Going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. Then it's Exum. Then it's Martin. And it's Marshall in at the shooting guard position. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at Henderson. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. A finish, and then Henderson with the jam.
Well, tonight we're seeing why Scoot Henderson went 3rd overall in the draft. He possesses serious scoring talent.
Now, here's Exum. Defense right on him. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Exum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Williams with the ball. 6 points for him. Here's Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Lets a floater go. Shot stood by Williams.
MP doing a great job letting the play develop, making the defense pick their poison.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Martin the pass to Gafford. Clinging with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And the dunk by Grant.
And look at the hops on Grant, lifting off for a slam before the D can contain it.
Mavericks trail by 6. Exum kicks to Gafford. Martin against Abdia. Now Exum. He's got 6. Over MP. Exum's shot is off.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
They grab their own miss. A nice shot by Klingon.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Connects from three-point range. Martin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Back to Henderson. Shoots it up. Rebounded by Gafford.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Washington with a screen on Henderson. Exum kicks to Gafford. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number too. With all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Outside, Martin. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got his 5th assist in this one.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's MP. 8 points for him. And that one's good by Henderson.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And here's Exum. Outside, Martin. There's a screen by Washington. It's deflected, and they get it back. Takes a step back. Pass to Marshall. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Produced screen on Henderson. Now, here's Exum. He has 6. Pass to Gafford. Lets it go from deep. MP grabs the miss. Last game for the Mavericks, it was a loss to the Suns in Phoenix. Henderson with it, covered by Gafford. And they recover it. He gets that one. Klingen's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, great job of keeping the play alive. Klingen using that reach to secure that one and get the second chance look.
A different look now for Portland. Andre Ayton's checked in for Klingen. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Grant. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis comes in for P.J. Washington. Thompson, he's checked in for Najee Marshall. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Dante Exum. Martin with the bucket.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Boy, Stan, think of it. How many teams could use the defensive versatility that Caleb Martin brings to a team into the floor?
Yeah, look, Kevin, he's capable of guarding 4 positions on the floor, plays a lot bigger than his size would indicate, and gives his team a lot of flexibility with rotations.
He brings such great energy, doesn't he, stand off the bench? I know he has started, but his bench play can really affect the game.
Yeah, and that's a great thing, too. He can start, come off the bench. This guy will give you whatever you need.
Martin with it. He's got 9 to the inside. Here's Thompson. Henderson pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 10. Pass to Williams. Back to Henderson. Fires the 3. Henderson with another miss. And it's Davis with the ball for Dallas. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Williams kicks to Henderson. Kicks it out to MP. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Sharps checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons. And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
You know me, I'm a stickler for rating these competitions. If I've seen your dunk before, bet.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Mavericks.
They're getting cooked.
And that about wraps it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Scoot Henderson in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
We've got Scoot Henderson. Walker out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Williams. And it's Thibault in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Wow, Henderson looking so confident, shooting the answer 3 right there.
On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Thibault. It's tipped and stolen by Thibault. MP outside. Ayton sets the pick for MP. And Ayton throws it down.
Great execution of the alley-oop. Of course, having Ayton to throw it to makes it much easier.
Dinwiddie outside. Outside, Davis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Free throw good, Davis. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
But I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Thibault, the pass to MP. Down low. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
4 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off the shot. Stolen by Lively. And now the fast break. Exum with the ball. And it's Davis with the jam.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Henderson kicks to MP. Pass to Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Now Exum. 8 points for him. Lively is screen on Henderson. Here's Exum. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
That's tipped. Answer the ball out of bounds. Dinwiddie touched it last. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to talk to his guys. Loads of expectations come with going #1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
They get it back. Davis with the bucket.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night. He's a lot to handle.
Williams looking around. It's Henderson on the wing. He's defended by Exum. And Scoot Henderson, good for 3. Henderson's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers. Dinwiddie kicks to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He goes on Donovan Clingan.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis continuing to prove how dominant he is. And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson outside. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks trail by 7. Here's Davis. Ignoring the contact, Anthony Davis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Henderson. Clingan the screen for Henderson. Over Exum. Cans the 12-footer. Henderson's got 31 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Davis sets a screen. Dinwiddie for 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. No good from Grant. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 7-point differential. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Dinwiddie for 3. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's MP. He's got 8. Henderson outside. Back to MP. Looking to get it going. Here's Grant. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
And here's Exum. He's got 8. Pass to Davis. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And yes, it's good. And that's 10 points for Jeremy Grant.
Well, a little aggressiveness pays off for Grant inside. And as a coach, you love to see that effort.
Dinwiddie sets the screen for Exum. Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one drops for him. Dinwiddie's got 5 points in the quarter.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
A different look. Entirely new group here for Portland. Ayton, he's checked in for Clingan. Jabari Walker comes in for Grant. Matisse Thybulle. Checked in for Avdia. And MP subbed in for Anthony Simons. Dallas also making some changes. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Martin comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Hardy in for Dante Exum. So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. Then there's Caleb Martin. Then there's Hardy. And it's Marshall in at the 2 guard. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. They host the 76ers after this. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. MP passes to Henderson. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Drills the three-pointer.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's MP with the drive. Bucket is good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 15 assists. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Hardy. Outside, Martin. A 3-ball. Henderson pulls it in.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Mavericks. They trail by 6. MP kicks to Henderson. Walker with his screen for Henderson. Just 4 to shoot. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Williams moves in, no stopping MP.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Now here's Hardy. Covered by MP. And here's Hardy. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Henderson, and then Henderson with the dunk.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Mavericks trail by 8. Out. Side Martin. They set the screen to the paint. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Walker with his screen for MP. Pass to Walker. Out to Henderson. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Henderson's got 39.
Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from out there.
Hardy passes to Martin. Here's the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Thibault. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis comes in for Washington. Thompson, he's checked in for Martin. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Hardy. Lively finds Davis. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
MP passes to Henderson. Henderson off the pick from Williams. Henderson, no good. Mavericks trail by 12. Right side, Davis. Thompson outside. Off target with his 3. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Williams dishes to Walker. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Williams against Thompson. Henderson for three. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Exum's checked in. Ayton a screen on Dinwiddie. Oh, Ayton in position. Blows the alley-oop jam. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Mavericks. A 12-point game. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Walker. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Williams. For three, Henderson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Mavericks trail by 12. Davis, the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Davis. Can they get it? And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
At the line for one.
Here's MP. Henderson looking it over. Williams with the ball. Back to Henderson. From the arc. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And finished off by Exum.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
Here's Henderson shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Exum with a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 8. MP kicks to Ayton. Outside Williams. Henderson, no one around him. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Henderson's got 44.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Now Thompson. Dinwiddie outside. Drops in the tray.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
It's Henderson on the wing. And again for 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. There's Dinwiddie to the middle. And Davis throws it down.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Out to Henderson. Bible on the wing. Back to Henderson. Walker is screen on Dinwiddie. Here's MP. There's MP on the drive.
Readiness is so important, and the moment he saw his opening, MP was ready to attack.
Dinwiddie sets the screen for Davis. And Davis throws it down home.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Dinwiddie against Williams. Pass to Walker. Back to Williams. Out to Henderson. Clock at 4. Lets it go with the 3. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks trailed by 9. Inside. And finished off by Exum.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
MP against Dinwiddie. At the elbow, it's Henderson. Walker is screen on Dinwiddie. Won't it up for Walker. He can't hit that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Stepping up, Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Dallas. That ball's nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 6th assist on the night. Trailblazers leading by 3. Williams up on top. Dinwiddie covering. Williams kicks to Anderson. No good again that time. Maverick shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Dinwiddie passes to Lively. Out to Johnson. To tie it up. Rebound by the Trailblazers. 58 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Now here's Williams. Henderson outside. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down, run our plays, and see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. Walker finds MP. And an intentional foul right there. Here's MP. Williams double team. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for your Trailblazers.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. Now the Mavericks with it. Trailing by 5. High post, Davis. And they double up Davis. Thompson from long range. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the run.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
All eyes on MP.
And so both free throws are good. That's a 4-point ballgame.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
That's what I'm talking about. Win, pay the bills, baby. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.